It's called the space between, and there's lots of space. That's the main line. And I've got Moises here running in the background where you can separate the stems of a song. And I've got the bass line and the drum beats here. There's the drum beat looped. It's really satisfying to play to. And this is the bass line with it. I can't quite work out if it's a hammer-on or plucked. I'm going to show you both ways. So B flat, first fret of the A string. Then we have E flat to F on the D string, and then the octave of the B flat. So apart from an A flat that comes up in a minute, we've got really just a 3-note groove, and that's how effective you can be with not many notes. This is a very good example of a hook in a pop line that just anchors the whole song. If you were to hammer on, you can use your first to third fingers or first to little, just experiment. You want to be placing your finger down on the first fret of the D string, that's the E flat, and you hammer down with a curled finger, a rigid finger, and about an inch above the note, and you want the hammer to be as loud as the pluck. So you could use your first to third finger and then pluck the B flat on the G string, playing with your little finger. Or you can use your little finger and do that as well. I think he plays it here as well, 6th fret of the E string. It's just the same notes in the same pattern. But that's the bass line. It's based around a B flat minor chord. We'll get more into this as we go, but really it's a case of not playing all the notes we have available. But there's B flat minor pentatonic, and we're not using much beyond that. 3, 4, there's the gap. It's 113 beats per minute. Then you've got this bit. So that's A flat, 2 16th note A flats, down to the F. This PDF is available to download for free, so do that so you can just go through this in your own time. Then we have the verse groove, which is even simpler. It really is just 3 notes. B flat, G, A flat. And I'm going to play the bass line, Neil's original bass line, and just listen to the intricacies, because that's what this is all about, the touch, timing and articulations. He does some fascinating things, some really interesting slides and musical scrapes of the string that I've not really heard before. That's what I'm hearing. B flat, 2 ghost notes, 16th notes. Your touch has to be really good here. You don't want to get any overtones or harmonics. So to do that, use more than one finger placed across the strings. When you pluck, you get that dead sound, that percussive ghost note. So after that, you've got G to A flat. I'm using one finger per fret here, so little finger on the B flat, 6th fret, and then 3rd fret, 4th fret of the E string with the first finger, 2nd finger. And I think that is what's happening. Well, I'm almost certain it is, because there's a little slide he's doing as well. First time you have a gap, then you have a A flat to G. Analysing this, B flat is our root. So when I'm playing along to this and listening to it, and that really actually is the only way to be able to play this properly, is to listen to it. Notation has its limitations. You cannot notate note length really satisfactorily, so you've got to just listen. You can hear different note lengths going on. When working this out, you're hearing B flat loads. So you're thinking, okay, that's the root note. Just quickly reel off a minor pentatonic. You can hear that it's the minor tonality. And here, just a quick analysis. The G, that's the dead giveaway. If B flat is your root, G is a major sixth, but we also have this flat third thing going on. So Dorian, that's the Dorian mode. And that is how simple a bass line needs to be. B flat, A flat is the flat 7, and then G is the major sixth. All of that outlines that tonality. I couldn't quite work out if there were ghost notes going on there, but with the bass on its own, listen to this. Did you hear that? Some kind of... I need more time to work that out. It was a scrape of the strings. I've never heard that before. But I did hear this. The 2 ghost notes. This practice of really studying bass lines, I think it's the best way to improve. I'm going to be doing loads more bass lines in lots and lots of different styles, so do subscribe. There are lots of random slides he does as well, quite apart from this one. Just little slides like that. You've obviously got to time it to get back to the B flat, beat 1, bar 1. At 1 minute 51 and 2 minutes 51, he does 2 very cool fills. I'll play them, the original, for you now, so you can listen to them, then I'll show you them. That's why I think he's actually playing it maybe at the 6th fret. So it's the same line. It's that hook. Now I've heard this before, but not really. He's going to that note there. So from the B flat, that's a blues scale, very classic sound. So B flat minor blues scale. And Neil Jason is going a little slide to that note. That's the flat 5. So this is the E on the 9th fret of the G string. You might know this pattern, you should. B flat minor pentatonic. So 1 fret higher than that top note. Aim for that. Then your first finger needs to be going to the D flat on the 6th fret of the G string. And this is a shake. It's a classic funk-based technique. Mark Adams used to use that with Slave all the time. And it's really down to your own personal preference. You're never going to sound exactly like these players, but listen to the original and try to emulate it. Let's listen. Something like that. Quite short. Now the next fill is almost the same. That's something I have heard before, and that's something I use in my playing a lot. Let's listen to Neil Jason's way of doing it. 2 minutes 51 if you want to listen to the original. It's this. So instead of going to the flat 5, you go 1 fret higher. This is to the F on the 10th fret of the G string. And there's no shake or anything like that. So it's a slide out. You're sliding from, let's go 8 to 10. So my thumb is at the back of the neck here, and I'm pivoting around it. That shoots that finger up enough, 2 frets. And then you come back, and your first finger is ready and waiting for that D flat on fret 6. This is all in the G string. Something tricky like that, you just cycle it around until you get it. Slowed down, of course. Introduce a metronome, that would be a good thing to do as well. Whatever you learn on the bass in terms of a line like this, you need to get inside of it and understand how you can use it. So we're in minor here. There's B flat. There's my pentatonic notes. Okay, so now I know a slide out, if I'm at the top of the shape on the G string, a slide up 2 frets, you don't even need to know what the notes are, it helps, but slide up 2 frets, come back to that note, that sounds good. So does that. That's what Neil Jason teaches us. At 2 minutes 35, there's a very interesting rhythmic feature that Neil Jason does. When you listen to the whole track at that point, you can't quite hear if something's going on or not with the bass. But then isolating it in this way, you get this. Listen to this. I haven't had enough time to really listen to that to work out what's going on. Whether he's doing that kind of palm muting or fingers. I think maybe this. He's turning his bass into a percussion instrument, and I don't know whose idea that was, his or the producer, but it stayed in and it sounds great. After that, he develops the line a little bit more, and then you have that fill. So this is it. Just those notes. That's a very, very simple and common set of notes on bass. Root, 5, octave, flat 7. And then that, the hammered on note or not hammered on, whatever, that E flat is the 4th. I'm overplaying, but I'm just showing you that all of these notes fit. So this is how you get an amazing bass line and you inject it into your own playing. Actually, if you study a lot of funk, groovy bass lines like this, you realize it's the same notes over and over and over again. It really is. At 3 minutes 32, we have an unbelievable bass fill. That's really cool. So amazing. It's something like that. It might not be exact, but it comes out from this groove. That is either a shake or a very fast trill. I need to work on that. So it comes out of this. Really quickly shift up. If we just follow the tab, might be easier. 15 to 15, that's just an F to a B flat, to an A flat. This is the bit. Excellent use of ghost notes here. So after you play these 3 notes, I'm assuming this is how he does it. Again, if you find a better way, do it. 2 ghost notes again, and I shifted just in order to play the next 2 notes. Everything has to be deadened here. I'm very conscious of that, otherwise you'll get a dodgy note. That last note, the 12th fret, or 11th fret rather, of the A flat. You can do this in a number of ways. You can either have your thumb touching the back of the neck or not. And the length of the shake is very personal. That's a short, that's long. I mean, this is a very short one. It's just amazing. I've never really heard a fill like that before. I'm going to use that now. And in terms of notes, there's our B flat. Always relating it back to the key, working out how I can use that. Well, there's the B flat on the 13th fret of the A string. Now from there, I'm very aware of minor pentatonic notes. So frets 13 to 15 on the G and the D. Go down 2 frets, and the same. 2 sets there again. So we've got 11, 13 on the D and the G. Such a good use of those notes. The outro features the same bass line as the intro, and he just develops things a little more here. Just that. So we have the main hook, A flat, D flat, A flat, B flat. Actually, those were the same notes that I was showing you up here. They also apply down there. Very, very simple. And it's just remarkable how you can make so many good bass lines up just using these simple notes. If you were to play this on a gig, or Brian Ferry called you to play the Roxy Music gig, you would play this bass line as is. If you're playing this live, you might embellish it a little bit, but then if you were making your own thing up or jamming, this is where you get your ideas from. That's why I think I'm going to do a lot more lessons like this. I mean, these lessons take me loads of time, by the way, and the way that I keep this going, because YouTube doesn't pay anything, is people buying my courses. So just a quick plug that I have courses if you want to support the channel and make your bass playing better. I've got a funk bass one that goes into this stuff a lot, but really it's just a lifetime of figuring out bass lines and applying them to what you do. I'm going to do more on this, and not just this style. I want to do an Anthony Jackson lesson because he passed away last week, and it's just so complicated, some of the stuff he does. But you can learn so many things from any bass player in any style. So speaking of that, if you have any ideas, put it in the comments box below and I'll take a look. Thanks for watching. Do download that PDF and I'll see you on the next lesson.